the word that you were in, I was like, I started pumping my fist. I was like, yes.
Thank you.
I've been wanting to talk to you for years. So
Really?
yeah, man, I'm a big fan of your career. I love it. We're gonna talk about some of your projects. We'd be here till
Okay.
tomorrow if I was to go over all of them. So so let me just start it this way, okay?
Yeah.
The guy who gets the BA in English, he backpacks around the world. He did plays in New York City. He wrote children's stories, poetry, worked in the family business selling microscopes,
Yeah.
creates the darkest, most frightening characters, complex, that you're so goddamn good at.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank
Take
you.
me take me through the process, Jamie. How do you get there? I mean, each character is its own thing. I get it. But how do you get there, Jamie? Jesus.
Oh, thank you, man. I appreciate that. I think I've tried to think about this. Like, I think part of it's stuff that happened to me as a kid. I got hurt really bad and different stuff. Part of it is some family stuff, my brothers and this sort of uh kind of anger that's in them, and I think it's in me a bit. And then it's also I think my interpretation of things that have happened over the course of my life, and viewing other people, where it may roll off a lot of guys, backs, like, it's nothing. And me, it cuts me deeply, and I've always been a little bit too emotional, and I think I can tap into that and
Yeah.
then bring out the rest.
So, Jamie, do you think in a sense it's kind of like pushing it down the experiences you had, and then when you need to tap into those experiences, they kind of come out when you need them, and depending on the role?
I think early on in my career, because you try to push things down. I was just never very good at that. But I think it's over the years, just having so much access to it, almost too much at times, where I'm kind of feel like I'm going nuts.
Yeah, yeah. You know, it's funny, Jamie, because when I look at you, you're like the old school guy that would have been in like an Eastwood movie. You know who
Oh, I
you?
would have loved that.
Yeah, you remind me very much of Juliette Lewis's father, Jeffrey Lewis. You
Oh,
remind me.
yes, I met him once in like
Yes,
Trader Joe's. He was so sweet.
yes. There's you guys aren't exactly the same, but man, it's close. Like there's some things he does. I'm like, holy cow! It's
Yeah.
eerie sometimes, but yeah, you're definitely your own actor doing your own thing. But yeah,
Thank you, man. That's a
it
huge compliment. Both the
yeah
Jeffrey Lewis thing and me being my own actor. Thank you.
yeah. So all these characters. So let's just name a few. 1923 Marshall Kent, Task, Perry, which we're going to talk about. I love Perry. Wednesday, Argo, Sons of Anarchy, or maybe something I didn't mention. Any of these characters stick with you, Jamie, long after the role ended? Like you're like, man, I can't shake this guy. Like I was listening to I think it's Taylor. Is it Kittich or I mispronounced his name? Kittich. He was
Yeah, I know
on
what you
Joe.
mean.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. He was on Joe Rogan, and he was talking about how he just can't shake some characters. It stuck with him long after. Like it kind of like not that he needed therapy, but he needed time away. Does that ever happen with you, Jamie?
That's not happened with me. I don't, maybe
Okay.
I'm not as good as an actor as he, or maybe it's because I don't know. I'm able to let the characters go because a lot of them are very different from who I am, but I don't, it's like when I tap into more and more emotions, they keep flooding my normal life more and more, not necessarily the characters, but the access to the stuff.
Right, right. No, that makes sense. That makes sense. Let me ask you this. So, one of your greatest abilities as an actor is Bloodline, and you've heard a lot of this,
Oh,
right?
thank you. I
Yeah.
know.
And you know, it's funny though, Jamie, because like some of your characters are similar as far as the roles go, but every time like I look at it as actors are given a box, you make the most out of every. It's not like the
Oh,
same guy
thank you.
every. Yeah, you just
Thank you.
you're able to create uniquely in your own set of circumstances, right? So like Eric O'Bannon is a it's a hard Bloodline's a hard watch because
Yeah.
the Rayburns are the villains in that, in my opinion. You have a guy
In
like
my opinion, too.
yeah, yeah,
I
but
felt
it's
like Chloe Sevigny, who played my sister, she and I were the only good people, character-wise, in the
yeah.
show, and other people would be like, "Oh, you're horrible. You were the worst person." And I'm like, "Did you see what Kyle Chandler's character did?" And they're like, "But he's Kyle." You know?
Yeah. Somehow they get this pass, and it hurt me so much because like this was now I think 10 or 15 years ago the show or in the ballpark.
Yeah,
But like
ballpark.
yeah, I just feel like I watched Eric go through this stuff, and it was hurtful. Like this is a guy who had tough luck in his life. Like
Yeah.
shit happens to everybody, Jamie. but like the
Yeah.
way it happened to him, and the Rayburns made it so much worse. They beat mentally and physically. And what
Yeah.
you brought that character to life. How hard of a role was that, Jamie? And did you enjoy playing Eric O'Bannon?
I loved it. I absolutely loved it.
Yeah,
Bloodline has been my absolute favorite job until Task.
yeah,
And
yeah,
Task has
yeah,
just
yeah.
surpassed that. But Bloodline was interesting because I have two brothers. I had I had two brothers. One passed away this year. He
I'm
was a bit.
sorry.
Thank you. Yeah, he was a bit. He was 5 years older than I, and my younger brother is 7 years younger. And we had different times. We were very estranged, and I was estranged from my younger brother for a while. And I got this audition for Bloodline, and I'm like, at first they said they wanted a long hair, skinny, tattooed guy from Florida, and I'm like, well, I'm 0 for 4. So what do I do? But then when I went to audition for it, I knew exactly how I wanted him to speak and how I wanted him to be, and I kind of played from that and how he moved and stuff. And then after the end of the second season, just coincidentally, my little brother left me a voicemail. Hadn't talked to him; he's never seen Bloodline or anything. And I'm like, oh my God, I have
Wow.
been playing him for 2 seasons on the biggest role of my career. The whole voice cadence, the way he spoke, the way some of the manner, and it really hit me because I was right at the end of season 2. We hadn't done 3 yet, and I didn't realize it. And I've drawn from my brothers and other people whom I know over the years, but this one, I did not know that.
Yeah, it's amazing because it after the fact, 2 years after the fact, you realize that how freaking powerful.
Yeah,
So subconsciously, Jamie, you know what you're doing in a way 2 years after the fact, but kind of amazing when you look back at that.
yeah, it was a real shocker for me. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah, that's unbelievable. The other thing that actors get like I feel like they deserve so much more credit because you look at some of these like stuff that you've done, other actors have done, just just learning and memorizing words on a page and delivering it convincingly is a hard thing. Like I can't memorize 2 sentences. Jamie, how do you take in like long pieces of dialogue, break it down? And I know there's cuts and stuff, but there are times over your career where you've just how do you memorize that much dialogue and are able to deliver it so effectively and so powerfully? How do you do that?
Thank you. When I first started, I mean, I had no clue about acting. I kind of have always approached it as like an athlete.
Yeah. That's
Um,
exactly what it is. That's exactly what it is. I was thinking
yeah,
today. Yeah.
yeah, very much so. And I could always memorize well in school because I couldn't remember stuff I read, but if I wrote notes, I could remember exactly what I wrote.
Yeah.
So I think I had that advantage. And then doing a lot of theater, and then just with on camera, you've got more. You can screw up more. You can play more. You can find your what you want to do with it more, and just kind of create. And a lot of it you create in the audition, and then you go in and they like what you did, and then they tweak and direct, and then you get the beauty of playing off another actor like Sam Keeley, and then
Yeah. It's
it was
great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me ask you this. Two more questions on Bloodline. How good is Ben Mendelsohn?
Oh, Ben was wonderful. I mean,
Yeah.
that was his breakout role in the States because he'd been known for the movie Animal Kingdom,
That's right.
but
That's right.
that was his, and he even said to me once, he goes, "Mate, it's just the right role at the right time, JJ." And
Yeah.
then but everyone on that show, Kyle Chandler was wonderful, Linda
Yeah.
Cardellini, I mean, everyone on the show,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Is when you're acting with an actor like Ben, is there pressure there? I mean, because it's funny that we've been talking about brothers here and how the memories of your brother kind of fuel you in some instances. You guys have kind of a brotherly rapport. Is that fair? Or had one in the show? Is that a kind of a fair
Absolutely.
thing?
I think
Yeah.
that no, I think that was written in. The writing was fantastic by Todd and Glenn Kessler and Dan Zimmerman.
Yeah.
Um, no, I think it was in the writing, and then Ben, you know, he wasn't a big star yet, so I didn't know who he was, but he was just so loving to me. He was so kind, and we connected very early on.
Yeah.
And that really worked. And that with um with Sam Keeley on Task, that was taken to a whole nother level for me.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
Ben was wonderful and wonderful to work with, and very whatever, whatever you throw at him, he's there, and a lot of actors whom I've gotten to work with are like that. You just throw them something different, and then they feel that comfort with you too. They can throw whatever at you, and you don't get thrown, or hopefully you don't.
Yeah, Sam Shepard's last TV role, sad. That was
Yeah,
just yeah. So,
yeah.
have you? Speaking of getting caught off guard, have you ever been caught off guard by how good somebody is? I'm sure people have the same thing to say about you. Like, there's
Oh,
scenes.
thank you.
Yeah. Do you ever have the opposite though, where somebody's like, in your head, you're like, holy shit, that was really good. Like, does that ever happen? Like when I'm watching as a fan, I'm like, Jesus.
Yeah, it's happened. I mean, it's happened with Ben and with Kyle and with Gary Oldman.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Holly Hunter, I got a little bit to do with, Viola Davis, and pretty much everyone in Task. I mean, and not to keep going back to it, but it's just been that amazing of a job for me. I mean, it's right now, it's such a pinnacle.
Do you call it? I thought I saw this in an interview and I couldn't find it again when I went to go do my research. I thought you said of all the roles you've ever done, and if people want to look at your IMDb, there's a lot.
Thank you.
This is the role. I don't want to put words in your mouth that you either were most proud of or that you were most. It's your best work, something along those lines. Am I making that up, or did you say something like that?
No, I said something like that. I don't know what it was either, but just in a nutshell, this is the most amazing job of my career and the
That
most
was it. That
amazing
was it.
role.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
yeah,
it
yeah.
just is.
One question, and we're gonna hop into Task. So
Yeah.
1920. I have to ask you about 1923.
Yeah.
Someone on Reddit brought up that Marshall Kent, and for those 1923 fans, or for those who haven't seen it yet, had a take, and they got killed for this take. That Marshall Kent was the true victim in 1923. He said he was a U.S. Marshal doing a tough job in a tough time, law, order, duty. So I can agree with some of that, but I think a lot
Well,
of
let me
what.
just say real quick, whoever
Okay.
said that is the nicest compliment I've ever got on a bastard of a character. So thank you very much for seeing something I didn't. God
Yeah,
love it.
and that was kind of the reaction from some of the subs people were replying
Yeah.
to. But like, I get that part of it, and that's true. But it's also the way he went about things was just he was kind of a monster when he went about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I think so. Yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
it was a sign of the times, and there's some of that time still with us and all over the world, unfortunately. But it's just how they viewed, the Native Americans at the time. It was horrible.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Just like almost like so. I recommended to a friend. Remember the show Hell on Wheels? I don't know if you remember it.
Yeah, yeah,
Uh, um, but like one of the storylines in the season 5 was that a person that was a white person, if they killed somebody that was Chinese because they were building the railroad,
yeah,
they couldn't be tried for a crime because basically the life wasn't looked at the same. It was something to that effect.
yeah. It's
But
horrendous.
you see a lot of that certainly in film. What's it like having Task and having Wednesday out at the same time, dude? Like you're everywhere. That's great,
Oh
right?
man, I got to tell you, 2024 was the most amazing year of my career because I did Bosch Legacy at the beginning of the
Oh,
year. It was right after the strike ended too. It was like immediately after the strike or the writer and actor strike. So I did Bosch Legacy, and I'd been on Bosch season 4, and Titus is wonderful,
yeah.
and the show is great. Then I got to go do Task, greatest show of my career. Then in between that, I get to fly. They fly me back and forth to Ireland, one of my favorite places in the world, to do very small bits on Wednesday in season 2, but I'm in it, and they were lovely to me. And then when I get done with Task, I fly to Texas and go do 1923. And then when I'm done with that, I go back to Ireland. So
Wow.
it was the most beautiful year of my career.
Yeah. Jamie,
Incredible.
let me ask you this, and if this is too personal, you don't have to answer
No,
it.
that's
Like,
fine.
is it tough being a pro actor like that, like highly sought after, and managing like
I
your family life and stuff like that?
No,
Is
I
that
don't mind that. I don't feel like what'd you say, a highly something
a
actor?
professional actor, a highly
Sought
accomplished
after.
actor,
I don't You said sought after.
sought after?
I don't think I feel sought after.
Yeah.
Um, I still audition and I try to get stuff, and um, so I don't think I feel that way. The hardest part for acting for me is not working and having gaps. And um the family stuff, was tougher when my kids were young. They're in college now.
Gotcha.
My partner Heather has been wonderful.
Gotcha.
Her kids, one's out of college, one's in college. This year, 2025, has been exceedingly difficult for my family with whom I grew up, my mom, dad, brothers, etc. So that's been a weird year. And the
Yeah.
work, it's been weird.
Yeah. So let me ask you this. So you mentioned this. So you're in three of the top shows in the last, 2024. You mentioned them. Is it tough to go on that roller coaster, Jamie? Like, hey, 24 is great, but outside of the personal stuff in your life in 25, the acting kind of is that roller coaster. And I do think you're highly sought after. I'll stand by
Oh,
that.
thank
Like,
you.
anybody can look at your filmography and say this guy's great at what
Well,
he
give
does.
my number, would you?
But like just the idea of, oh man, 2024, and then okay, it's a little bump, but I'm up in that. Is the unsteadiness of acting, can that be infuriating at times?
This is the most unsteady it's been for me. And it's ironic because 2024 was so amazing. And I have these shows that are out that have done well, and I've been, I think, well received in them. So that's been frustrating. It's kind of how the business is right now.
Right.
However, on the flip side, if I had been working, I would not have been able to do all that I had to do for my family over the course of a lot of bad things.
Yeah, yeah. I'm so sorry that this year's been difficult for you personally.
Thank you.
I've been down that road before. It just sucks, and I'm sorry you have to go through that, Jamie.
Thank you.
It's
Thank you.
terrible. Are you at the point, especially for, let's say, Task, where you don't have to audition anymore? They can just say, "Look."
No, I got to audition, man. I gotta, I mean, unless someone like says, oh, he's perfect for this. I mean, once in a blue moon, I get a offer only.
Yeah,
Um, Sometimes my agent manager feel like we should try to get an offer only, but a lot of times those don't go. But like I'm in Jersey right now for this is where I grew up. Um, like I said, for some family stuff. So I'm having to commute into the city to go put my auditions on tape so the quality's good, and it's,
right,
I got to get
right.
over or under the Hudson River to do that. It's a bit
Yeah,
involved.
yeah, yeah, yeah. You know what? When it comes to Perry, boy, am I excited for what the rest of this season brings up, man.
Yeah.
Dude, my wife and I, we dig in. This is our favorite show of the year. Like, we
Oh,
love it.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it's so great. So Collider, the website
Yeah.
Collider. Okay, this is what they said. Your role as Cameron Hayes in Sons of Anarchy set the tone for your career. You excel at portraying characters who feel frighteningly real and grounded. Your performance mirrors the best of Cameron Hayes, grounded, a menace, but layered in humanity. You agree with that?
I think that's lovely that they said it. I mean, I
Yeah,
do the best I can, and I mean, the fact that they respond that way is amazing. I did read that article, and
yeah,
I've had a couple really, I rarely ever get reviewed. One, I forget the reviewer's name, and I'm sorry for it, but I got a really amazing review years ago for an episode of Southland, and
yeah.
it was
Great show. Yeah,
beautiful. And then
yeah,
this, I've gotten a couple really nice reviews that are just, it's amazing. It's, I've been an actor for, this is my 36th year, I think, and the first 12 were just all struggle,
yeah,
so it's
yeah.
nice to get recognized.
But like, I think, like, whether it's Collider or me or somebody else, I think when we tell you this, it's coming from our heart. Like, sometimes it's like, oh, he's blowing. Like all people watch this
No,
and say, oh,
I
he
believe
blows.
it, but then that's what's
Yeah,
even more touching. It's like,
yeah,
I'm not prominent enough to blow smoke up me. It's like, who's going to do that? It's just, it feels very nice to get recognized for
oh,
the
that's very
work,
sweet. Yeah, yeah. So what's scary about Perry so far? What are we, 3 episodes in? I can't remember if it's three or
Yeah,
four. Okay, three. Perry is so calm, and I find that threatening because
yeah.
I know this guy ain't gonna be this way for a long time, and it's tough because I did the same type of interview with somebody in another show, and I was like, I haven't seen the rest of the episodes. Is it fair to say, without you getting in trouble, for does do Perry's not going to be calm for the rest of the season, right? Like, we're going to see Perry at another level. Is that a spoilerless question?
Oh, he's a sweet guy. Come on now.
Yeah,
And he's a layered character with gentleness and a wee bit of a temper at times.
yeah. We have yet to see what he's capable of. You know who he reminds me of? Anton Chigurh in No Country for Old Men. He's got a little bit of that. He's also
Which
got a
one?
little.
Which was it? It was Anton Chigurh.
That was No Country for Old Men.
Yeah, which character?
He was the guy, the coin flip. He was Javier Bardem.
Oh,
Remember?
Javier Bardem.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. Oh my God, he was scary.
Yeah,
Well,
and
thank you. That's a big compliment.
yeah, but he's also got a little bit of Tom in History of Violence. Remember Vigo played this
Oh
guy that
yeah. Oh my
yeah,
God, he was so good in that.
he's got a little bit of that too. But because of where I am right now, that's what I see. Like, I mean, he might go off the next, which he probably will, but the first 3 episodes, this guy's holding back a storm. Like
Yeah.
he's dealing with the FBI, he's dealing with potential informants, he's holding back. He's a lot of money was stolen from him. He's
Yeah.
holding back. What can you say about the balance of the season, Jamie? What are without giving it away or getting you in trouble? What are we looking at here?
Well, you're looking at what you've seen getting heightened, I'd say, across the board. I think that's the best way to put it. I mean, the writing, Brad's writing is so good. The
Yeah,
characters are fleshed out, they're developed. And, in the description when I was auditioning for Perry, it was described as he moves very slowly and then all of a sudden he strikes. And
yeah,
Sam Keeley really helped me to find who Perry was, and as well as just in general. And then I thought of him as like a shark. And then I remembered years ago when I was doing Bloodline, I took my younger boy Liam down to an alligator farm. We got the whole private tour and everything, and I just watched those alligators. They move like, side to side, and then they
right.
strike. And that's how I saw Perry.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I see him that way too so far. But you know what Brad does? Brad's the writer for those listening or watching, and the creator.
And creator, yeah.
What he does is, so let's take like Mark Ruffalo's character Tom,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So he creates a situation where Tom is dealing with the death of his wife that was caused by one of his adopted children.
Yep.
Tom is battling alcoholism. Tom is trying to find these guys who are robbing drug dealers. So right now, Mark Ruffalo's character has like the walls are coming in a little bit, and
Yeah.
as viewers we feel that, and that's what made Mayor of Easttown wonderful. That's what makes Task one of the best shows, if not the best show of the year so far. It's like you feel the anxiety, like you feel it, and Pelfrey the same thing. Pelfrey plays Robbie. He's looking at, his brother was killed, he's stealing money, he's got family issues, he's got a boy in his life now that like
Yeah.
but and the crazy thing, do you see it that way where the walls are closing in? Brad's ability to do that and make the viewer feel that tension, feel that anxiety, it's second to none. It's
Oh my
unbelievable.
God, he's phenomenal. I mean, he did it in Mary's done in his movies, but the I mean, Bloodline was, like I said, my favorite until this. But how he layers the characters in such a condensed amount of time, they're all fully fleshed out,
Yeah,
and you get the
yeah,
relationships, and it's just phenomenal to get to work in that environment, especially when everyone, like on Bloodline, is just so nice as a human. They're just good people, and everyone, every single crew member is in on this being like, this is a really good project. We're going to do our best. I don't care what they're doing it.
right. And you worked on Argo with Ben, right? I don't know how much of an interaction you had with Ben, right? Was it a lot, a little?
With Ben Affleck?
Yeah, and Argo. You were in Argo, right? Am I
Yeah, I
wrong?
was in Argo. Ben was directing that. I had a little bit with him, and then I had
Okay,
a tiny bit with him in Gone Girl.
that's right. So
But
so that
yeah.
yeah, and so Brad wrote a movie Ben was in. He plays an alcoholic basketball coach. No Way Out.
Oh
That's
yeah, I
another.
love that movie.
Yes, it's a slept on movie because of when it was released right as COVID hit. It was like
Yep.
that 1920. It's
Yep.
such a great movie. Brad does the same thing he does in Task. He makes you feel for this guy by going at it
Yeah.
from a bunch of. But you know the other thing, Jamie, is between Tom, Mark Ruffalo's character, and Tom Pelfrey Robbie, they're both not bad guys. Like they're like you're not
No,
cheering for one over the other. Like I don't know who
you
to like.
both understand them, and I try to make it that, Perry's a bad guy because he's a biker, but he loves this kid Jason, like that he's taking
Yeah,
care of this kid, and that's his family. He doesn't have anyone really, and in a way, he doesn't want anyone, but he gave in to this kid at some point, and is doing his best to protect him and help him.
part of me thinks that he's going to turn on Sam. Perry's going to be like, screw this guy. Like, but the rapport that you have with Jason is unbelievable. Or sorry, Sam and Sam who plays
We
Jason.
hated it was funny because Brad Inglesby early on, he was like, hey Jamie, if you and Sam, could get together, have a coffee or something, maybe once, twice before we shoot. Well, Sam and I got together in Philly, and we spent every day together, hanging out, doing different things, shooting pool, going to shoot archery, hitting every Irish pub we could, and just we just hit it off and it was amazing to both of us. And then once we stepped on screen, we both felt like that relationship was already established.
It's like going back to you and Ben in Bloodline.
Yeah.
I feel that same thing here, but maybe at another level, as you said. So you don't have to tell me the specific conversations, but when you guys are doing all those things, what are some of the conversations you have? Is it character development? Is it hey, we're or is it just getting to know each other, not related to the project, or is it both
It's
of those?
everything. It's
Yeah.
everything. It's
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
It's like, what's life like? You have you married, you got a girl, you got kids, you got where are your kids? For me, where are my kids, and what was your family like? What's your dad like? What's all that? It's all that, like, when you're building a relationship. And then it's also, one thing I said to Sam early on is I said I don't feel like I'm a big dude like to play this big scary biker. And I was finding the character, and he goes, "Oh no, Jimmy McShane. No, you see, I am a sledgehammer, Jamie McShane. I come in and I bust everything up. You are a blade. Someone talking to you, you're all nice, and all of a sudden they look down, their stomach's ripped open and they're dead." So I thought, oh, that I can do.
Yeah, yeah, it's but it's the thing that you guys spend all this time off camera, but
Yeah,
it pops on camera. Like
yeah,
when I'm watching this, I'm like, there's shows you watch where I'm like, I don't believe these two are friends. I don't
yeah.
believe these two could work with each other. But it's like it's scary how good you guys are.
Yeah,
Um,
we lucked out because it was a very mutual 100% in both ways, and really 100% really really love each other just as two guys, and it's been beautiful. And then you get to work with that and you feel that safety as well, especially when it's this violent stuff, you know.
yeah. But you know what? Another gift you have, and I'm laying it on pretty thick. I'm glazing pretty thick here. But one of the things that you have that's unbelievable. You can't teach. You had it in 1923. I'm just thinking quickly. You
Hmm.
definitely have it here. As soon as we see your character, as soon as we're introduced to him, it's no bullshit. Like I look at your
Mm.
face, I'm like, this guy means business. Like we're
Mm.
not, obviously there's character development, which we're going to see as the season goes on. But your presence, the way you arrive on camera, it's like, oh shit, this guy is he's not
That's nice.
he's
That's nice to hear.
yeah, it's like your presence, you have that look, you have that going back to
Oh,
that box, you make the most of every second you have on tape or on film. You make the most of it. Is that
thank
something
you.
you're consciously aware of, Jamie, or is that just a whole part of your process?
I don't know. I mean, part of it's just this mug that, this Irish English Dutch mug that I got. And I think I literally try to do the best I can in every moment when I'm acting, and try to make it as real as possible. And I may walk in one scene and then be like, oh, wait a minute, let me on this next take, let me try it this way. Or then you find stuff, and then the directors, Sally and Jeremiah really helped a lot on this, helping to hone stuff. And then Sam will be like, hey, what about this? It's
Yeah.
lovely.
Last episode, Jamie, there was a knockout scene. I'm sorry, I don't remember his name. I'm so embarrassed. He's
Okay.
Latino. He was a Latino actor. It's
Oh,
you.
Elvis,
Yeah.
the drug dealer with the teeth.
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, his name is Elvis. He's a sweetheart.
All right. So what's
Great,
his name?
great actor.
What's his name in the show? Because I'm going blank here. Is it?
Oh, Freddie Frias.
That's it, Freddie Frears. So there's a scene where he kind of looks at you and he says, basically says, "Bro, you're old school. Like you're the
Yeah,
last. You're like the last of the Mohicans. You're a dying breed,
yeah,
my friend." That whole conversation at that table starts off so pleasant and ends so frightening. It's something right out of Breaking Bad. It's like,
yeah,
oh my god, this guy confidently told you guys. Uh,
yeah.
oh my god, talk about that scene, Jamie, because it is a terrific, terrific scene.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, we started. It was great because we were right in the middle of Philly in the Italian area, where the Italian shops are and everything. I think it's called Italian Market, like Little Italy in New York, sort of.
Gotcha, gotcha.
And they walk us through this restaurant, and they were trying to figure out how to weave through and move. And we just met Elvis, and then we start rehearsing and shooting it. And he was wonderful, and he was spot on with that monologue, and the monologue was so well written. And for me, it was just being still and just taking this
Yeah,
guy in, like, what is he gonna do? And let the younger guy, Jason, do a little more of the stuff. And just, I'm still like looking at this guy, got a lot going through my head in that moment. And then, finally, I'm in the end, I'm like, we gonna help us or not? Like,
right.
what the hell's up?
But that's the thing though, like watching you and Jason, you're selling, you help sell what Elvis is doing. You're help selling what Freddie's doing. Like you're helping sell that, which makes the scene work so well. Like they're building here, and I love how they're building. It's not slow. It's a gradual build.
Yeah.
But episode 4, I can't wait, because we're left with there's a car in front of the house.
Yeah.
What can you say about whatever's left? I've kind of asked you different versions of this question. What
you
can
keep trying to poke.
I'm
poke
trying
and pop
my
the bubble a little bit.
I'm trying my best, but I don't want to get you in trouble.
There's 2 factors for me. One, it's the best thing I've ever been on, and I don't want to reveal anything because it's so good.
Good.
2,
Okay.
I've seen every episode, and sometimes it's hard to remember what was in what episode.
Okay.
And even if I go back and before this, I tried to review the episode, so I'm pretty much sure I know what happened in 3.
Yeah.
But I don't want to say anything that may have happened, and I'm
4
like,
or
oh
5
crap,
or
I thought that was in episode 2. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Are you happy with the development of Perry, your character?
Very much. Very much. I mean, I couldn't be happier.
Is this a show that could potentially lead to a season 2?
I have no idea. You have to ask Brad.
Okay, I'm trying to get Brad on, believe it or not.
He is such. Do you know him at all?
I don't. I've been talking with his reps on and off. They stay.
He's
they've
the
been kind.
sweetest. He's like, it's like, how does this guy write this stuff? Because he's the nicest. He's like a family man. He shows up every day. He's on set all the time. He doesn't write with anyone else. It's just by himself.
Yeah.
He's so kind. He's so genuine. He dresses like he just might have been fishing or something. I don't know. And then he's just like, one day he came to set and he's like, Jamie, I got to run right now because I got to go pick up some medicine for my kid at the pharmacy, but I'll be right back for your scene. And it was just that, he's like,
yeah.
Do you have kids? You?
I'm an older dad. I'm 51. I have a 5-year-old and a 2-year-old.
Okay. Oh, congrats, man. You're in it. So
I'm in it. I'm in the thick of things.
Is your 5-year-old in kindergarten?
She just started last week.
Okay. So you'll know what I mean when you start to build up the relationships with the school dads.
Yes.
Like over the next, until the 8th grade or so. And Brad, to me, because my kids are now 21 and 19.
Okay.
But it's like, he's like one of the dads from my kid's school. It's just someone you hang out with, except he's so wonderful. He's just great.
His writing is amazing, but I know you're in 1923, but sometimes I think Taylor extends himself too much. I think he's doing too much at once. I think sometimes that's hard to do. I would think, he's got like 6 scripts, right? Taylor has, but so I feel like Brad has kind of narrowed it down, which I think is a little more helpful. I don't know how Taylor does it either. I feel like I don't know how he doesn't go insane.
It's unbelievable how much Taylor does. Unbelievable. And the writing is so good, but Brad's just a different animal. And Brad, I don't think Brad would want to do 2 at once.
Yeah.
And Brad's at set every day. I think, Taylor's got too much stuff going on to be at set,
Yeah. Jamie, have you ever seen the movie Heat with
Oh yeah.
I gotta tell you, parts of this show remind me a little bit of a low-key Heat, right?
Oh yeah.
Because Pelfrey's character is not a bad guy. None of those guys in Heat, maybe there was 1 or 2, weren't bad guys. Like they really didn't kill if they didn't have to. They just wanted to take money. They had their own rules, code of ethic, whatever. But I don't know. Part of this is like Heat, like low key, not, they don't look alike as far as, the plot, but I don't know. It reminds me a little bit of that. I don't know if you see any of that. But.
Yeah. Now that you pointed out, I can. Yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. Thank you for this. I have 2 more questions for you.
Yeah. I got time, man.
Jamie, what are your all-time favorites? When you wanted to be an actor, you had I know, just reading your stuff, you struggled for years. And you're one of the success stories, because there are people that go down that rabbit hole and they never find their way out.
Yeah, I've been fortunate.
Yeah, well, you've earned it too. Did you find what movies or actors do you feel, whether it's recently or when you were younger,
when I was younger, it's really when I first saw Gene Hackman, and then also Alan Alda in MASH. I just thought everyone was good in MASH, but he was just a different level to me.
Yeah.
And those 2 were big influences. McQueen, Clint Eastwood, later on Mel Gibson, when Lethal Weapon started coming out, that sort of edge he had.
Yeah.
Those were my early ones. And then as time went on, Gary Oldman, oh my God, what a phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
I mean, phenomenal.
He might have the best improv line in the history. It went in The Professional, where he says, "Get me," and he says, "Everyone." Remember that line? He yells.
Yeah.
That was improv. That was in the script. Like, when he goes off, he is just he's like this gentle guy that can kind of,
Go
I don't know,
nuts.
man. He's amazing. He's
Yeah.
amazing.
Yeah.
Jamie, do you learn on sets? Do you still find yourself learning on sets, whether it's with an Oldman, or we mentioned Kyle before, we mentioned a bunch of other people? Do you still find yourself learning? Are you always receptive to kind of, oh shit,
Oh yeah.
okay,
I mean,
yeah,
I learned from young kids too. I mean, just I think, you know, I'm trying in life. I don't know if I'm good at it in life, but I just try to grow and learn as a human. I fail there a lot, but as an actor, yeah, I try to pick up anything. You know, I
yeah,
pick up stuff from the camera people. I pick up stuff from, you know, whomever. Sorry, that's my sister.
yeah.
Um, yeah, I do. I'm open to it, and it's such what I really love the most about what I get to do is the team sport aspect of being on a film or a television show or a play. It's been a long time for a play. Sorry, that's my sister. Um, I love the team sport aspect. I was a team sport athlete as a kid, and then I got hurt, and then I wasn't allowed to play team sports anymore, so I got into tennis. But I love that aspect. Everyone's in it.
Yeah, it's funny that you mentioned that, because I was just reading a quote by Tom Cruise before we spoke. He goes, "I won't work with assholes, because I don't want to work with
Mhm.
assholes." Sometimes you get that from some of the actors I talk to, but when everybody's in it to win it
Yeah,
or to make it, it's
yeah.
such and as a viewer, you can tell the projects that this cast had to get along. Like, they had
Oh,
to. I
it's
mean, they're
great.
yeah. It's who
I think.
sets. Go
Go
ahead,
ahead.
Jamie. I'm sorry.
No, I interrupted you.
Who sets the tone for that? Is it producers? Is it Brad? So just say
It's.
Task.
I would say the one has the main setting the tone is number one on the call sheet. When this would be Mark Ruffalo in Bloodline, I think it was Kyle,
Yeah,
and then the other actors, but definitely the producers and the director. So you come in.
right.
Bloodline was like this also. Bloodline was everyone was so nice. I didn't notice any egos. Everyone there was so much talent both in the writing and the acting. You know, it was just amazing. And then I got to be in it. That was amazing. And
Yeah,
Task was like that. It just maybe even at another level. You know, I just it's been amazing. And
yeah,
I think what the big thing was in both Task and Bloodline, everyone knew they were on something that was going to be very good, very powerful.
you could tell when you were on a set of Task. You could tell as you're filming it, this
Oh
is
yeah,
something.
as soon as you got the
Yeah,
scripts,
yeah,
you know, same with Bloodline.
yeah,
As soon as you got the scripts, you're like, oh my God, I get to be in this. And then when you meet the people and like the rapport I had with Ben, the rapport I had with Sam, you know, Ruffalo is one of the kindest human beings also. I mean, I keep saying that Brad is, blah, 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 but they are. They're really nice people.
yeah, yeah. Jamie, are you a black belt? I thought I read that.
Yeah, but I wasn't very good at it. I'm a good athlete, but I
Yeah,
was, you know, I think someone put it in a good way. They said, you know, a lot of times in a sport you can letter, but you may not be on the field. I think that was me in martial arts, especially when you look at stunt people who are really good at it.
yeah, yeah,
I was quick and I had very good stamina, but I was mediocre.
yeah. You know what, Jamie? You know what Task does, and maybe maybe people, it's so obvious people realize this. It really shows how, not even just the main characters, but in general, how people are struggling. Like, Amelia is amazing. Like,
Oh, she's wonderful.
she was so good in Coda. I don't know if you've seen Coda,
Uh-huh.
Jamie.
Uh-huh. Of course.
Oh my God. Like, but it's like everybody is struggling. And I think that's part of Brad's secret sauce, right?
Yeah.
So, because if the audience is, everyone's struggling in life. You are,
Yeah.
I am, we all are
Yeah.
going through our shit. Like,
Yeah.
but it's like to be able to see that and relate to somebody on screen and see this unbelievable character development, man. It's
Yeah.
like, and I'm so glad this show drops once a week, because if it didn't,
Yeah.
because I get to process it. I talk with this woman at work. We break it down. She knew I was talking to you. She was like going nuts, but it's like she
Oh,
was like, yeah, it's like we get to dissect it. We get to have our coffee and our tea and say, all right, so this is what Perry's doing. They had this meeting, and it's
yeah.
just, it's so much fun versus binging. It's like, well, what episode was that?
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
almost becomes
Yeah.
it's almost like a night of drinking You remember
Yeah.
bits and pieces, but it's like, I
Yeah.
don't know. Like, I
Yeah.
guess
Yeah.
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 So I don't know. That's how I feel about it.
HBO is just does such incredible quality work again and again and again. They don't. There's not much fat on the meat with HBO. You know.
Yeah, the night of. I mean, they release shows that are just so
Yeah.
freaking great.
Yeah.
Man, I've taken up a lot of your time. What's around the corner
Ah,
for
it's
you?
my pleasure. What's
Is
that?
there what's around the corner for you? Is there anything that I know you said it was a tough year as far as
I
professionally
don't
it's going to
know.
be.
I honestly don't know what's around the corner. Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
Yeah.
Task is getting a lot of really amazing reviews, and I came in episode 2, and I've gotten some really nice responses. So I'm hoping that leads to something. But it's been an interesting. It's been an interesting 2 years. It's been like my seesaw went from like the height, into the heavens to smashed underground a bit, just with, life, people getting older and what happens and all that sort of stuff.
What does family and friends tell you about Perry and your character? What are some of the compliments you're getting thrown your way, or some of the comments you're getting thrown your way?
Well, they're scared, so that's good.
He's frightening. Yeah, but they must tell you, like, come on, Jamie, this is awesome. Like they must.
They
I mean,
do. They do. My
yeah.
my sister Mary is a year older than I. We've always been very close, and she's a school teacher in this little town in Jersey, and she and her husband have been together forever. Just she's wonderful, and her husband is, and the kids. So Mary and her husband Mike and their son Colin got to go to the premiere,
Oh,
and
nice.
that Mary got to see me and Heather, my partner, step out of a black car limo and be sort of responded to it as we were. It was just thrilling for her to see her, like, little brother, because
Yeah,
she
yeah,
knows the struggle I've had with having a career and getting it going and blah blah blah, and it was just really fulfilling for her to see that, and then her response to that.
yeah. I'll end with this. What do you think about the comparisons to Sons of Anarchy? I mean,
Well, it's a fair comparison just because it's Sons was a biker show, and here this is a biker thing, and I'm a biker in this one. In Sons, I wasn't really a biker. I was just, I was an Irish gun runner.
stealing babies.
Stealing baby, just one baby. Don't exaggerate. It was one baby.
Stealing
All
baby.
right.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
And
got it.
the kid wanted to go to Ireland. Well, who
Yeah,
am I to say no?
yeah, yeah.
Uh, yeah.
Jamie, why don't you get involved in like Comic Cons? Like, I'm going to a Comic Con Rhode Island. It's a big one. Why don't you put your name in the hat? Like, you'd be so
Oh, I
great.
do put my name in the hat. No one wants to put my hat in the wherever it's supposed to go.
Oh, I could recommend guests as I'll do that right when we get out of here. I'll do
Yeah,
that.
I
I'll
did
put that in, yeah.
one. I did one a year and a half ago in Liverpool,
Nice.
and it was great because I got to go see the Cavern Club where the Beatles started, and I'm a huge Beatle fan.
Yeah.
And that was cool. Like I love to do them, but there were times where like the guy next to me had a line, 30 people deep. The kid next to me also from Wednesday, he had a line like 20 people deep, and I'm there like, anyone? Anyone? I'm like, hello.
No, man. That's so I had Henry Thomas on my show. He's
Oh
twice.
yeah.
He's from ET, and like we went to a Comic Con, and I always support like people on my show. I always support, like, I always go pay, take a picture, do my thing. His line was like there was nothing at one point. Then my daughter and I went, and then a big line formed. It's kind of it's like acting
Up
in
and
general.
down.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
give it one
It
more.
was really neat to, I'm sorry to interrupt you, but it was really neat that because I was there mainly for Wednesday. But
Right.
then I was in Star Trek Picard, and then I was in, another Star Trek early on, a little tiny part. And then I was in Sons of Anarchy, and it was like people came from all different things. And they're like, one guy had a cut like a Sons of Anarchy vest, and he's like, "I've been looking for you for years. Can you sign this?" It had everyone's name on it. And that
Yeah.
was really touching. And then someone knew me from like Criminal Minds. I'm like, really? Like,
Do you do social media, Jamie, or are you
I
off of
don't.
that?
I don't,
Okay.
it just doesn't interest me, and I don't, it'd be too confusing for me.
It's time consuming for sure.
Yeah.
It is. Jamie, man, thank you. I hope you come back one day. I'm
Anytime,
yeah,
anytime. Give me a shout. Hopefully I
yeah.
get to do more stuff and you're like, I think I'll have them back.